Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of clone Commander Gree. There is so much to like of this action figure of clone Commander Gree from Episode 3. Let's just talk about the actual body and the armor, because one of the things I like about this is it isn't just a repaint of generic clone trooper armor. There is new sculpted elements to this, like this little straps going across his front and back there. Makes him look kind of like a lumberjack. And that's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. And then you get to like the little holstery looking strap and snap thing on the side there. Even his back has a little antenna. And then you get to the paint. I mean, you can see just by looking at it, obviously it's not just white armor, but the sheer use of camouflage and greens and gray and scuffing and dirt. There's so much going on here. You can see the scuffing gray, but you can see the green that's been applied over the gray, but also the brown dirt over the camouflage panels. There's a lot of brown smeared on the front. Usually, I find there's a lot of brown smears on the back, if you know what I mean. The gray panels of his legs are really simple and clean. The basics of his feet and his leg armor look good, but I do like the scuffing on the knees. The mix of camo paint is really, really well done. The green belt looks good. The paint on his suspenders is really clean. All the scuffing looks great. The green sections of his of the back and the brown on that, even just the little black edge of the antenna, all really, really strong work. And then you get to his helmet, which I also really, really dig. Here, we'll go in for a closer look if I can, and show you guys that the green lenses look great. The mouth section is pretty cleanly painted. The overall decor along the green section on the top, the silver paint, the little ports on the front, really, really strong work all around. All the little light green sections. I absolutely love how this turned out. He comes with 3 accessories, including this big blaster, this huge little cannon, basic gray paint, no real details to speak of. Then his standard blaster, again, no real details to speak of. But, the gray plastic is effective, and then we get his little binoculars, which have a nice little sculpt to them. Well, let's just see if I can get a little closer look there so you can see the little circular design there, and the little edges have good little ribbing. So there's some nice little details within the sculpt and paint of this, considering how little it is. Now, this figure's got pretty good articulation. You got the hinged and swiveling ankles that we're used to with most Black Series figures. Got the double knee joints. There is a mid-thigh cut behind the armor. It's like an upper thigh cut. We have like the ball hinged legs. The torso ball joint, there is a ball hinged shoulder that is very limited by the armor at the top, so that's kind of a bummer. There is a bicep swivel right underneath the shoulder at the top of the bicep there. And then there is a swiveling and hinged wrist. This hinge goes up and down. The left one goes side to side. And then the arms have a double elbow joint, but that's really all you get out of it, is like one click there and one click there. So if you want to bring the binoculars up to the eye area of Commander Gree's helmet, you can't, because the elbow joint doesn't really allow it, and the wrist joint doesn't really help you out much. So that's a bit of a bummer, because they include the binoculars, so your inclination might be to want to put them up to his helmet. But despite that small complaint, I love this figure. The blaster fits into his blaster hand perfectly, so that's nice. But aside from the new sculpted elements to the armor, the paint job on this is just outstanding. For my money, this is the best clone figure produced from the Black Series. I absolutely love it. It looks great on the tabletop. And if you're interested in getting this, I got it at Entertainment Earth at the San Diego Comic-Con booth, but that was like a sneak advance purchase. It's supposed to be available as a exclusive to Toys R Us. So be on the lookout for this at Toys R Us. Thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.